A very good morning to one and all. So today we'll be dealing with the last main topic of this chapter, which is organizing guidance and counseling services. ഇത് പലപ്പോഴും ലോങ് എസ്സേയും ഷോർട്ട് എസ്സേയും ഒക്കെ ആയിട്ട് ചോദിക്കാറുണ്ട്. It has many subtopics in it. So let's see how to organize a guidance and counseling service in any nursing educational institution. First, about the purposes of organizing guidance and counseling services. The main purposes are to help adolescents with normal developmental problems. So, as we all know, during this stage, they are growing into the next stage of life, and they may have associated many developmental problems. So, അങ്ങനെ developmental problems face ചെയ്യുന്ന adolescents-നെ help ചെയ്യാനാണ് the first purpose of guidance and counseling services. The next is to help individuals through temporary crisis. So, if any temporary crisis occurs in their life during the phase of study, to help them overcome the temporary crisis. Like it may be a death in the family, a failure in the exam, or anything like that. So, if the individual faces any kind of such temporary crisis, the guidance and counseling services are to help the individual to overcome this temporary phase. The next thing is to identify signs of disturbed or problem behavior at the earliest. So, if there are any deviations or any personality changes within the students, in order to identify that at the earliest so that it can be rectified without any failure. Like കോളേജിലൊക്കെ വരുമ്പോഴായിരിക്കും കുട്ടികൾ ഡ്രഗ് അഡിക്ഷൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ദർ ആർ മെനി ടെൻഡൻസീസ് ടു ഫോൾ ഇൻ എ ഫോൾസ് റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പ്. സോ അങ്ങനത്തെ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഏർലിയസ്റ്റിൽ ഐഡൻറ്റിഫൈ ചെയ്ത് അതിനെ കറക്റ്റ് ടൈമിൽ റെക്ടിഫൈ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് ഗൈഡൻസ് ആൻഡ് കൗൺസിലിംഗ് ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്യും. The next thing is to refer cases needing specialist treatment. So if we see that a child needs a specialist help from a psychologist during a counseling session, in order to refer that child to the psychology department. To facilitate communication within and between the nursing institutes, home, communities, and the resources. So these are the essential chain of a nursing educational institution where communication flows. Like ഒരു നഴ്സിംഗ് ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ആകുമ്പോൾ അതിന് വേറെ നഴ്സിംഗ് ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട്സുമായിട്ട് കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേറ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വരും. The people will have to communicate with parents and essentially the home of children, the community in which the institute lies, as well as other resources. So, in order to facilitate a positive communication and the therapeutic communication with all these facilities, guidance and counseling services are helpful. And the last is to support tutors who are helping individuals but who themselves want guidance and reassurance. So tutors or teachers, they are also individuals, and they may also face many problems. Sometimes they may also need help. So in such situations, in order to help the tutors to overcome their problems, guidance and counseling services are helpful. So these are the purposes of organizing guidance and counseling services in the nursing educational institute, which is to help the adolescents with normal developmental problems, to help individuals through temporary crisis, to identify signs of disturbed or problem behavior at the earliest, to refer cases needing specialized treatment, to facilitate communication within and between the nursing institutes, home, communities, as well as the resources, to support tutors who are helping individuals but who themselves want guidance and reassurance. Now let's see the different forms of organization. Basically, there are three forms of organization, which is centralized services, decentralized services, and a combination of centralized and decentralized services. Let's see one by one. First, about centralized services. So in a centralized service, the entire responsibility of guidance and counseling is vested upon a group of trained personnel or department of guidance and counseling. So centralized അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇത് ടോപ്പ് അതോറിറ്റേറ്റീവ് ലെവലിൽ നിന്നും വരുന്ന ഒരു കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് സർവീസ് ആണ് Here, the entire responsibility for organizing a guidance and counseling program that is upon a counselor or the department of the guidance and counseling. Counseling activities are done by selected staff under the supervision of the guidance staff. So counseling നടത്തുന്നത് കുറച്ച് selected ആയിട്ടുള്ള faculty members ആയിരിക്കും, and they will be constantly supervised by the guidance staff. So this is the first form of organization, which is a centralized service. Here, the entire responsibility of guidance and counseling is vested upon a group of trained personnel or a counselor or the department of guidance and counseling. And the counseling activities, it is carried out by selected staff from the faculty under the supervision of the guidance staff. Coming to the next form of organization, which is decentralized services. So decentralized, ഇവിടെ പേരിലുള്ള പോലെ തന്നെ there is no top authoritative level അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു correct ആയിട്ടുള്ള system ഇല്ല in the process of guidance and counseling. Here, the entire responsibility of guidance and counseling, it is vested upon teachers. There is absence of trained professional, and this is the drawback of decentralized services. So decentralized service എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഫോർമൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഗൈഡൻസ് ആൻഡ് കൗൺസിലിംഗ് ടീമോ ഒരു കൗൺസിലറോ ഒന്നും ഒരു കോളേജിൽ ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് തന്നെയായിരിക്കും ഈ ഗൈഡൻസ് ആൻഡ് കൗൺസിലിംഗ് പ്രോഗ്രാം റൺ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ അവരത്ര എക്സ്പേർട്സ് അല്ലാത്തത് കൊണ്ട് ദിസ് ഇസ് വൺ ഓഫ് ദ മേജർ ഡ്രോബാക്ക് ഓഫ് ദിസ് പർട്ടിക്കുലർ ഫോം ഓഫ് ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ. And the last form is a combination of centralized and decentralized services. This is the best way to organize guidance and counseling services. The counseling department, headed by the counselor as well as the faculty, will cooperate with each other for the welfare of the students. So സെൻട്രലൈസ്ഡ് ആവുമ്പോൾ കുട്ടികളുമായിട്ട് അത്ര കോണ്ടാക്റ്റ് ഇല്ലാത്ത ആൾക്കാരായിരിക്കും ഈ ഒരു ഗൈഡൻസ് പ്രോഗ്രാം ഷെഡ്യൂൾ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സോ ദാറ്റ് വോണ്ട് ബി ദാറ്റ് ബെനിഫിഷ്യൽ. ഇനി ഡീസെൻട്രലൈസ്ഡ് ആവുമ്പോൾ ഒരു എക്സ്പേർട്ട് ഉണ്ടാവില്ല, അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ അതിനും ഡ്രോബാക്സ് ഉണ്ട്. സോ ഇതിനെ രണ്ടും കൂടെ കമ്പൈൻ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ദർ ഇസ് എക്സ്പെർട്ടൈസ്ഡ് knowledge from the counselor as well as the teachers and the members who run the counseling program, they have in-depth knowledge about the students, and that is why it is considered as the best way to organize guidance and counseling services. Here, the counseling department, which is headed by the counselor as well as the faculty members, they will have a mutual cooperation with each other in order to work for the welfare of the students. So these are the different forms of organization, namely centralized services, decentralized services, and a combination of both.